Welcome, good evening to the weekly Zohar connection class. This week portion is Devarim, in the meaning of lessons or a speech that Moshe is giving to Bnei Israel. We are starting the last book of the Torah. It's the fifth book of the Torah, book of Devarim. It's the section of the Malchut. Last week we mentioned that in reality Pinchas was the last portion of the Torah, and the last book is like a repetition. They call it Mishnah Torah, and the 40 years that we left Egypt is behind us. We are 37 days before Moshe is departing from the physical world. And like a good father, like a good leader, a good teacher, he's teaching us, he's giving us his last lesson to Bnei Israel. And always, this portion of Devarim is before night of Av, Tisha B'Av. So there is a deep connection of what Moshe and Zohar is teaching us this week to the night of Av, to the energy of this month. I highly recommend to listen to last year's classes. I posted on WhatsApp. So I don't want to repeat every year the same thing, so we can go forward. We already know about Night of Av, so we're trying to learn more lessons about it. So in reality, Moshe is very harsh. For the first time, he's always loving, he's always giving, he's always not reactive. All of a sudden, this portion is getting angry, and he says, I'm tired of all your challenges, all the fights among yourself, all the disbelief. You know, you saw all the miracles, and you're still not changing yourself. And it's so related to Ninth of Av, that we learned so much through the years. We saw so many miracles in our life. But again, you know, somehow we fall into the darkness. Somehow we have to get reminded through Ninth of Av. And Moshe tells, you know, Bnei Israel, go find some intelligent and wise people so they can lead you from now on. Because he's leaving in 30 days. He says you still have a lot of work to do. So you need to find intelligent and wise people. And guess what? They go look around and they could find only intelligent people. They couldn't find any wise people. And it's right there in the Torah. We can read it later on. We're going to talk about intelligence and wisdom later. And we are in the last book of the Torah. We are in such a harsh time of the year. So we have to ask this question from ourselves. What is our purpose in life? What is the purpose of the creation? The Ninth of Av is not a sad day that I don't have a food restriction and clothing restriction and I'm done. No. Moshe is telling us, he says, look at your life. You know, they're up there, they're tired of your complaining. They're tired of your, you know, sadness and being unhappy and complaining and depression and anger and hate. They're tired up there. So we need to reflect on our life and see how can I improve it. What is the purpose of my life? Ninth of Av is to look within ourselves. It's not a sad day, it's a day of reflection. What the Creator wants from me, you know, what I'm doing here. What is my thoughts? What's the thought behind my creation? Why all these upside downs? Why all these happy moments and sad moments? Why all these challenges? A quick answer is to elevate ourselves, to transform ourselves. Do you remember we said last week what's the purpose of creation? It's to be righteous, to be tzaddikim. So we're going to learn tonight that we learned so much, we saw so many miracles. It's about the time to bring the change in our life. Also this Shabbat, they call it Shabbat Chazon. In Hebrew means Shabbat of vision. Why this word, vision? To some people, 9th of Av is the darkest day of the day, and in the calendar they put this dark black block on the calendar. To some people they said it's the birth of the Mashiach. The happiest, the best, awesome day of the year. And they call it Shabbat vision. It looks like if you have the right vision, it's a good time, it's an awesome time, it's an opportunity time. And if you are blindfolded, it's a dark, black, sad time. So the subject of the class is vision versus blindness. So they call this Shabbat of vision, because they want us to see, they want us to have the right idea about life. And blindness is like, I'm in dark. Doesn't matter how much I pray, doesn't matter how much I practice, what they tell me to do. I still have challenges in my life. The issue is not being solved. So vision versus blindness. So let's start with vision. The Kabbalists, they explain that there is 3 levels. There is a level of vision, that I see everything. There is a level of one concealment, that sometimes I see, sometimes I don't see. And there is a level of total concealment, that I'm like totally in dark. So the level of vision, having a clear spiritual vision, is that I'm in a constant feeling of having love. Love for humanity, love for animals, love for vegetation, love for inanimates. I'm living constant stage of love. Everything in my life is, I love it. Everything is clear. I understand the purpose. I understand the reason. I understand the challenges. Knowledge in his classes, he says if the challenge comes to you, laugh about it. That's to be in a level of clarity, having a right, clear vision. That doesn't exist in this world. So I'm naturally driven to practice love, naturally driven to practice kindness. I'm always in peace. I'm always in a state of giving. I don't have to force myself to do anything like this. Have you seen people like when they're asking for money, right away they jump and they give money? Some other people, there is a danger or there is a situation, they jump to help. So all of us, none of us in 100% level of clarity or having vision. In different part of our life we have more clarity, in some different part of our life we have less clarity. Maybe I'm naturally giving, but naturally I don't have peace. I'm all the time worried and concerned. So being in this level of spiritual, having a spiritual clear vision, is I'm constantly in a state of loving, giving. I have peace. I'm kindness. And in the other side, I'm naturally rejecting ego, naturally rejecting being reactive, naturally avoiding judging other people. I don't get frustrated. I don't feel like a victim consciousness. You don't feel hurt. Oh, they stole my money, or they didn't give me respect, or they didn't call my name. And naturally, I want to create yichud, assembly, oneness. And whatever that creates space and division, I'm going to reject it. So none of us are in this stage. Maybe in some parts yes, in some parts no. But our goal, Our purpose is to have this clarity, clear vision that I'm here to give love, I'm here to be kind. We don't choose and pick. No matter the news I hear, no matter the circumstances, I don't lose my peace. And of course, if you don't put a reason behind it, then it doesn't sound right. The reason behind it is because there is a creator, there is a supervision, there is a purpose, there is a reason. Everything is by design. Everything is for me to learn. Everything is for me to grow from it. Are we clear so far? What does it mean to be in a stage of clarity? That I have a vision. You know, we all know some people that they tells you, you know, I know what's good for you. I see what's right for you, right? Or I have a feeling, or do this and do that. And if you think we are smart and our intelligence is going to overcome that person's wisdom, then we won't do it. But it looks like there are people that have this vision, they have this clarity about themselves or about you, and they give you the right advices. So many examples in these classes, you know, reaching level of clarity is like death doesn't exist. How many times in this class we said that death doesn't exist? That's having a vision of clarity. You see the soul. You don't see the 1% fake reality. Or disease doesn't exist. We call it a challenge. We call it the opportunity. That's having a clarity. So the next level, and by the way, having clarity and having a clear spiritual vision, you don't have to learn anything. All you have to do is to remove the blindfold, remove what makes us to be blind, not to see the truth. Clarity is to reach the truth, the emet, which that's what the Torah and the Zohar try to teach us over 5,000 years, to connect to the truth. And again, we don't have to learn anything new. We just have to switch my intelligence to the wisdom of the Creator. If I learn how to do that, if I can overcome my understanding of the world to the understanding of the Creator, then I have a clarity. That's a nice sentence. Everybody got it? If I learn how to switch my intelligence, what I believe is right, to the wisdom of the Creator, then I'm going to have clarity. You know, many years ago, we didn't have no clue about reincarnation, about the souls coming and going. So we thought death is death. And we believe our eyesight. But now we learn so much about reincarnation and that the body is just the suit. And now we start believing in life only. You know, there is amazing words that a lot of our parents, they use for someone that has a clear vision. They always says, I'm in love with God. I'm in love with God. I'm in love with the Creator. Because whatever he do, whatever he's doing for me, or what he's doing for the world is good. So I'm in love with the God, because I see the goodness in his purpose in creation. Another way, before we move to the next level, another way to explain clarity is I naturally get attracted to the right people. Naturally, I get attracted to the right places. I naturally get attracted to the right circumstances. I know coming to this class is not easy. You know, even I ask myself, you know, today I had a tough day, maybe I should take a day off. But then when we come here, we feel the energy, we feel the goodness of this wisdom. And then we realize that that was good that I listened to, I had a vision. about this class. I see the clarity about the class. That it's good for me. So naturally being attracted to right places, right people, and naturally avoid negative places, and naturally avoid negative people or negative conversation and circumstances. If we reach that point, of having clarity about everything, that's what they call it a tzaddik. You know, that's tzaddik. That's what a righteous person is. Righteous person always smiling. You know, he doesn't see any bad in the world. And being righteous is being constant in a state of joy, in a state of happiness. Of course, you know, they feel other people's pain. Of course, they want to help other people, but it's very temporary. They feel their pain because they want to help them, not that they feel the pain that they're going to go down to depression. So that was the part of having a clear vision. The second level is one concealment. This is where most of us we are. That some days on Shabbat during the class, I have a clear vision. I love God, I love everybody. But then, you know, we have to deal with real life. Home, business, children, neighbors, you know, funny uncles. And then we lose it, we lose that clarity. Then we start saying, why me? Why it happened to me? You know, look what a bad luck I have, you know. Look at this accident happened to me. So we are like 50-50, you know. Sometimes you're up, sometimes there's a concealment. And even if you know Kabbalah, that's the trick, you know. Even if you know Kabbalah very well, we practice it, we learn it, we study it. But we all have moments that we lose it. Moments of sadness, moments that we lose our certainty. We are fighting not to fall down. It's not naturally. The moment we hear a bad news, we fall, but then maybe the next day I recite the Zohar and I'm going to come back again. So one concealment means that I am studying, I am learning, I am elevating, but they still drag me down. I hate to give this example, but if it comes to my mind, I have to share it with you. You know, we study Kabbalah, we learn in Kabbalah, we practice all the Shabbatot, we are so involved. But the sad occasion come up, we decide to be sad, we decide to wear black, and we lose it. You know, we become depressed, we lose our certainty, we lose our bitachon, we lose our emunah. So our goal is to have a 24/7 clarity of the Creator, of full of love and kindness. I'm not saying in a sad place, you know, to be happy there, but you be the beacon of light in that circumstances. So are we clear about one concealment that is like we have a good days, we have a bad days, you know, and most of us fall into this category. But our goal is to keep adding to the clarity and stay away from blindfoldness. The third level, which is a double concealment, is total blindness. Total blindness. And the funny thing is, don't think that if somebody's in a total blindness, they're going to say, I don't believe in the Creator, Hasbe Shalom. They say, I believe in the Creator, the God is there, I love God. Look at me, I pray 3 times a day. I keep all the kashrut, I keep all the restrictions. But I'm depressed, I'm sad, the life is not fair, look at how unlucky I am. It's not about the act, it's not about the speech, it's about what you believe inside. This is how you feel inside. So double concealment is like, I see darkness only. I see black only. I don't see the light of the Creator. I don't see no purpose in life. I don't see the cause and effect. I believe in accident. I believe in lucky and unlucky. And guess what? If whoever is in a double concealment, if you totally see darkness, we still need energy. Our body constantly needs energy, needs a source of power. If you're spiritual, if you study the Torah and the Zohar, you're constantly getting injected, you're constantly connected to the source of energy, source of life. But if you don't believe in it, if you stay away from it, and if you are in total blindness, you need energy. So guess where you go? You go to drugs, you go to alcohol, you go to sex, you go to Lashon Hara, you go to complaining, you go to judging, you go to hating. So our only source of energy is supposed to be the light, the Creator. And if you are in this darkness, if you have this blindfold, we're going to go look for other source of energy. And when we are in a total blindness, total darkness, we choose and pick. Of course, they are still kind, they're still giving, they're still maybe practicing love, but it's very limited, very, very limited. We just passed the month of Tammuz, the month of the sign of Cancer, and guess what? That total darkness, the double concealment, when we don't have this vision, God forbid, accidents come to us, diseases, sicknesses, misfortune. If you're in total darkness, what do you attract to yourself? Do you have any protection? If you're constantly in a victim consciousness, if you're constantly in sadness or depression, what do you attract? You don't attract miracles and goodness. And the system is amazing. If you are in double concealment, the only thing that's going to bring us to light is a major chaos. We all know why we are here. We are here because we had a major chaos in our life. Because we were so far from the light. We were so far from having a clear vision. So a major chaos have to happen to us in order for us to come to Kenisa, ask for help, start having interest in the Torah. So the result of being in a double concealment, being in a darkness, is a major chaos. And we learn when you have this total clarity, is only goodness and happiness. You all know how the 9th of Tisha B'Av started, right? When the spies, they bring the bad news. When we say the word spies, we look at them as bad people, ugly, like a nobody. They were the highest spiritual people you can imagine. They were the head of the tribes. There were 3 million people, and these 12 were the head of them. The highest rabbi you can imagine, the biggest spiritual Kabbalist you can imagine. And they came back and they give bad news. They talk Lashon Hara about Israel. They have selfish desires, they had selfish agenda. They were self-driven, egoistic reasons that they say bad things about Israel. So we always look at if you are religious, you're done. You're fine. That's not the case. These huge souls, these huge spiritual people, they made a mistake and they created 9th of Av. Can you imagine? So they wanna kill Moshe and Aaron. These huge spiritual souls, they wanna kill Moshe and Aaron. So they were blindfolded. You know, being blindfolded is not about your food habits, it's not about what you wear, it's not about how many times you pray. It's about being aware, have clarity of my purpose in life. These huge souls, they got angry, they were hateful, they had their own personal agenda. That's how they created this negative day. It happened to us. You know, how many times it happened to us after the fact? Oh, I was so blind. I was so stupid. How can I make such a mistake? How come I didn't see the truth? Right? You don't ask yourself these questions. How come I couldn't see it? How come my ego let me decide, let me make the decision, and I didn't have the clarity about the situation? So the purpose of this class is not to say why I was blind in the past, what happened to before. I want to remove it now. I want to see clear now. So I want, in the next week or next month, I won't say I was blind about it. So we want to remove it now, have this clarity. So we talk about clarity, one concealment and double concealment. Now, what is the tools? What are the tools that I can lift myself? Lift myself from being blind, being in the darkness, to have clarity. Having clarity is amazing. It's such a great feeling. I'm sure you all experience it, but we want to have it all the time. There are two tools we can use to learn how to have clarity. And again, I remind everybody, this Shabbat is Shabbat Chazon, Shabbat of vision, Shabbat of clarity. And the Zohar section that we're going to read today, right now, all the Kabbalists, for thousands of years, this is the Zohar section they read in this week of Ninth of Av. All the Kabbalists, all the spiritual followers of the Torah, they read this section of the Zohar. It's amazing. That's the tool that's going to teach us how we can have clarity. It's an amazing section of the Zohar. You know, the more, with your help, with your participation, every week I find a deeper connection with the Zohar. It's so amazing. For the past few weeks or months, it's totally taking me to a different zone. It's not wisdom, it's not knowledge, it's not understanding, it's not enjoying a nice story. It's connection to the wheels of the creation. You see the creation in front of your eyes. Yeah, first when you grab a book, maybe you grab it because of its title or because of its looks. Then you start reading the introduction and you get the curiosity and it's a nice book. But Zohar is not a book. It's a wheel. It's a DNA. It's the building block of the universe. Should we read the Zohar first, or should I tell you the story first? I'm always debating what should come first. What do you guys want? You want to recite the Zohar first?
Yes.
Or have the story first? Because if you have the story, then we can connect to the reading.
Yeah, better have the story first.
Okay. So, again, don't fall into the story. We are trying to find out what is the tool that's going to take me out of being blind into have a clarity, out of accidents and unlucky and misfortune and why me and victim into having a clarity that, wow, everything is so wonderful. I'm in a perfect place, in a perfect time. So the first tool is this amazing story about the Zohar is about a child called Yenuka. We are in page 23 on book number 19. There is a 6-year-old child, his name is Yenuka. The story starts with Rabbi Yitzchak and Rabbi Yehuda. They are the friends and the students of Rabbi Shimon, the author of the Zohar. The friends and the students of the father of Kabbalah, the father of Zohar. They were walking around, they were walking in the wilderness. They come across of the house and they go inside the house, and there was a little child, 6 years old, his name is Yenuka. And as soon as this Rabbi Yitzchak and Rabbi Yehuda walks in, the mother recognizes them. Oh my God, these huge souls that just came to my house. And the mother tells the son, go get a blessing from this huge. Can you imagine? I don't want to mention names, but huge souls. This is, you know, in Israel where Bet HaMikdash was still existed, so it's a huge thing. And the mother tells the child, go get a blessing from these huge souls. The child looks at them, he says, no, I don't want to get a blessing from these souls. And the mother says, why? They said, because they didn't say Shema Israel today. And I'm sorry to use this language, you know, because that's how Zohar it is, because I want to make a point. It says they're filthy. And right away, Rabbi Yitzchak and Rabbi Yehuda says, you know, yeah, you know, he's right. You know, we can't believe he said these things. But the reason we didn't say Shema Israel, because there was a wedding, there was a groom and a bride that was getting married, and they didn't have no money and no help. So we wake up early in the morning to go help this couple. The kid says, no, don't give me excuses. I don't want to hear no excuses. You didn't say the Shema Israel, I don't want to deal with you guys. So, and the kids, and you know, these huge souls and rabbis are shocked. And then the mother invites them to the table. So of course, before you eat, they go do the netilah. They go do the netilah, they come back, and they want to say hamutzi. The kid says, no, I don't want to touch these people. I don't want to eat their bread. They're filthy. They said, why? He says, yeah, they said the blessing before actually they wash their hand. You know, because usually you wash the hand, they say blessing. Then the child, the 6 years old child, and then he starts telling the secrets of the Torah, and he's talking about million things. Actually, this is a huge section. It's about 50-60 pages in the Zohar, and a lot of practices that we do right now even is coming from this child. So, and then the rabbis, they said, wow, he's not a human being. He cannot be human. He must be angel of God. So they start referring to him angel of God. Guess what the rabbis told the kid? He says, please tell us more. Tell us more what's wrong with us. You know, the rabbi says, you are a jewel. You are this treasure that we are so lucky to find. Please tell us what else is wrong with us. So, are we open to criticism? Do we want to hear anybody tells us what's wrong with us? Or right away, you know, the ego kicks in. And we say, you know what, forget about you, you're my friends, but I don't want to deal with you anymore. So, one of the tools to reach that clarity is to accept criticism with love. Again, imagine this picture, two huge rabbis, these two huge rabbis, they're listening to the child. They're telling him, please tell us more. Tell us what else is wrong with us. So, why they asked the kid to tell them more? Because they didn't have no ego. They reached the level that they don't have no ego. They don't get angry. They don't get jealous. Look at our life. We don't want to hear criticism. Right away we get jealous why somebody knows more than us. Right away the intelligent kicks in. I'm smarter than you. Who you are to tell me what to do? So, accepting criticism with love is a huge tool. It's very difficult, but look at the reward. Little by little, we're going to have this vision about our life, our children, our purpose here, and we can help others. So, accepting criticism doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to feel bad about myself, I'm going to feel down, or not even I'm going to believe that person. I'm just going to go home and I'm going to separate the good and bad that I heard. I'm going to calculate, I'm going to pay attention, I'm going to reflect upon myself. What did I hear? Unfortunately, our nation, our people, I'm going to say this sentence in Farsi. جرأت نداریم به کسی بگیم بالا چشت ابروه. We don't want to hear those things. So, we have to develop. Look at the friends we lost. Look at the members that we lost from this Kenisa. Why? Because they couldn't handle criticism. You say one word to them, they're gone. But we have to have the wisdom and the knowledge to say the right criticism, and also we have to have the right tools to right acceptance, to hear criticism. And these rabbis told the kids, tell us the truth, give us more. We don't want it sugar-coated. Don't be nice to us. Tell us the truth. And that's why the kid was using this filthy and dirty and ugly words, because we want to hear the truth. No white collar lies and no sugar coated. I want to hear what is wrong with me, so I can have this clear vision about life. Again, we have to, there's a famous sentence, forget the message, forget about the messenger. If somebody criticizes you, forget about the messengers, get the message. Every one of you, every one of us is a messenger of the Creator. You need to hear the criticism. So let's read this section of the Zohar. I highly recommend. We are in book number 19, we're on page 23. It's about 40-50 pages. The story is amazing. This kid is one of the gifts of humanity. He teaches us so many lessons. The practice we do that we put water in the wine in Shabbat before the Kiddush, it came from this kid. If you're going to read the whole section, that kid came up with the idea of labriut, of idea to put water in a wine. And you know why? When this the Rabbi Yitzchak and Rabbi Yehuda, they keep calling this boy angel of Hashem, angel of God. You're superhuman. You can't be human. What are you? So the mother got scared, and the mother came to the rabbi and says, please, rabbis, don't have not a good eye on my kid. And the kid right away tell Mom, don't worry. I'm like a fish. I'm in the water. Nobody can harm me. As long as I know Torah, as long as you study Torah, you are protected. Don't worry, Mom. Don't worry about what these people say. I'm protected like a fish in the water, full of chesed. And he says, by the way, next time you're drinking wine, put some water in it. But it's a good practice, but it have to be backed by studying Torah, by being involved in the Torah. We're gonna read this section that talks about learning how to accept criticism with love, and then I'm gonna take you to another section that talks about the water and evil eye and the Torah. So one more time, we are section 29. Don't cross your hands, don't cross your legs. We are reciting this section. with this kavanah that I want to destroy this ego within me that don't want to hear criticism. We are missing out so many good advices. We are missing out on so many good directions because our ego don't let us to listen to good criticism. 29. Don't cross your hands, don't cross your legs. Rabbi Yitzchak ורבי יהודה הווה אזלי באורחה, מתו להוא אתר דקפר, סכנין, דהווה תמן רב המוננה סבא, את ערכו באתרה דיילה, דהווה לה ברא חדה זעירה, וכל יומה הווה בכי ספרה, ההוא יומה סליק מבי ספרה, ועתה לביתה, חמה אלון לאלון חכמי, על עמיה קריב לגבי אלין, גוברין עליין ותרח מניה ברחן, קריב לגבי הוא עד לא קריב, והדר לאחורה, אל לעמיה לא בינה לקרבה לגבי הוא, דהוא יומדה לא קראו קריאת שמה, והכי אולופי לי כל מען דלה קריאת שמה, ועוונותיה בנידו הוא כל ההוא יומה. We already explained the English part. And another thing, the rabbis asked the kid, who's your father? He says, you don't know my father? You guys are such a huge soul. My father's soul every day come to the class. My father's soul every day follow you guys. I see my father's soul. You don't see my father's soul? So, it's not a title. It's not what you practice. It's not a way of action. We have to have this clarity. We have to develop this understanding and wisdom of the universe. What is the next tool? We talk about two tools. The next tool is Bet HaMikdash, but we don't have the Bet HaMikdash. And why Bet HaMikdash was destroyed? Sinat Chinam, hatred for no reason. When the Bet HaMikdash was Kayam, it was a different world. There was harmony, there was protections, you could feel angels, you could, and this little kid talk about the angels, he gives the name of all the angels, amazing section. You feel the light. And like the wonderful lady, she says, the Bet HaMikdash was destroyed because hatred for no reason. Sinat Chinam. It looks like we have two different type of hates. We have regular hate, and we have hatred for no reason. So, what's the difference? So, regular hate is because we see an evil act, we see a negative thing, so we hate it. Hatred for no reason is nothing have to do with the outside. Sinat Chinam is because I don't feel good inside. I don't feel good inside, so I try to blame other people. I try to hate other people and blame them for my bad feeling. So, hatred for no reason is come out of emptiness. If you're empty, if you don't have no purpose in life, if you're lost, again, you're looking for source of energy and you start hating everybody, hating the president, hating everybody. So hatred for no reason is because something's wrong with me. I don't feel good about myself. Nothing have to do with the other person. Sometimes we see a person with extreme success, extreme title, extreme position, and naturally we start hating them for no reason. Because we feel empty inside. That's why we have this hatred for no reason. So, if 9th of Av, if Tisha B'Av is because of hatred for no reason, the best tool is love for no reason, right? The opposite of hatred for no reason is love for no reason. Amir Jun, for so many years, he tells me love for no reason. God is love for no reason. And honestly, the remedy for having clarity is love for no reason. It's a nice word for saying love for no reason. One day I feel good if I had a good day in my business, or I have a good day in my house. It's easy to love somebody else. It's easy to love everybody. But when we have a tough day, when we have a challenge day, when we don't feel good about ourselves, or we are down, we say, we come up with excuses, we come up with reasons. Today I don't feel okay to give love. Tomorrow I'm going to give love. So the stretch is actually to give love for no reason when you don't feel good. The only way to come back from that darkness, the only way to help others that are already in darkness, is to practice love for no reason. This week was Arya Kadosh anniversary, and I always share this with my friends. When you travel to Israel, to Tzfat, to go see Ari, we ask Ari so many things, and we want to ask, and we want, and we desire, and in very small letters, Ari says, thank you very much for coming all over here. I do appreciate you coming here. Do yourself a favor. Practice one mitzvah. Love your neighbors as yourself. So all your wishes, all your prayers, whatever you want. Ari says, this piece of stone is not going to do anything for you. If you start practicing love your neighbor as yourself, this is where you're going to receive what you want. So in Hebrew, the word evil is ra. Ra is the short resh ayin is for ratzon atzmi, selfish desires. So we cannot practice love for no reason because we have selfish desires. We have ego. We have agenda. We have selfish reason. And practicing love, actually today I had few opportunities and I tried to practice it in the best possible way. Love for no reason is not like, okay, I love you, I'm nice to you, but I'm expecting maybe you do something for me too. That's not love for reason. That's like doing business. So love for no reason, you do whatever it's in your possibility with no reward. We don't ask for anything. So and hating and hurting other people, this is not our nature. It's not our nature to hate other people. Our soul doesn't want to hate. Our soul doesn't want to hurt other people. It's just that's selfishness, that's ego, that's emptiness, that's darkness, that's blindfold make me hurt other people. How many times we said that if you lose money, maybe it's from the past life, maybe it's going to save you down the road from some danger. So if you're so connected to now and right now in the physical world, you look at it as a loss. But if you study Kabbalah, you understand that not maybe, for sure is good for you. Whatever is yours is yours. Whatever is not yours is not yours. Doesn't matter how others or you going to try. So how do we connect to what is the channel to love for no reason? Is Aaron, Kohen Gadol. He's the one that used to work and be in Beit HaMikdash. And actually 9th of Av is the anniversary of Aaron and his son Elazar. It's not amazing? The anniversary of Aaron Kohen Gadol and his son Elazar is on 9th of Av. And Mashiach. What was the characteristic of Aaron? A peacemaker, a loving, a kind. No matter what the circumstances was. Two people want to, fight, divorce. He used to find, he had this vision. And he has to have this language to make a peace, to bring shalom. And you know, on 9th of Av, the practice, actually we got a free ticket out of the jail this year because 9th of Av is on Shabbat. So our wonderful Father, with His mercy, He sweetened this day for us. So we don't have to, we still have to do the job, but connecting to Aaron, connecting to Elazar, begging, you know, them, you know, for teaching me, show me, you know, help me with practicing love for no reason, the way they were the channel of it. And you know, what Aharon used to do is to destroy the space, destroy the fight. Space bring darkness, bring hate, and eliminating space, closeness, yichud, unity, brings love. And guess what? You practice love for no reason, so much goodness gonna come to us. So much goodness we're gonna attract. Do you know anybody that his speech, his action, his thoughts is hateful, has a good life? Do you know anybody like that? And if you look at people that are full of love, look at their life. So unfortunately, we talk about it all the time. We live in Hollywood. You know, it's what our eyes see, but it's a huge challenge, and actually it's a blessing because we have to overcome it. How are we doing with the timing?
We're almost done.
So the last part I want to talk about is intelligent and wisdom. Intelligent is what I know, what I learn, what I think is right. Intelligent people, they try to force you into doing this, force you to come to the classes, for example. They want to force their knowledge to you. On the other hand, you know, wise people, they don't talk much. It's like concealed. So, because they see the reality, they see the truth, and they see it, whatever you go through is good for you in a way. But intelligence want to make sense of this fake reality. But wisdom is show you, is teach you what is the purpose. There's a nice sentence. It says, intelligent leads to argument. And we saw it over the years so many times. Intelligent leads to argument. It makes you have power over the will of yourself and other people. But wisdom leads to settlement and has power over the will. If you have intelligence, all of a sudden the ego kicks in. I want to be a big teacher. I want to teach you. You have to listen to me. You have to come to my class. You have to follow me. I know it all. If you have wisdom, you find a way to settle things, to bring peace, to bring harmony. Not to forcing anybody, not overcoming your ego. So, intelligent is kind of blindfold, we don't see the reality, but wisdom is to have clarity. We always talk about the wisdom of the Torah, the wisdom of the Zohar, because it helps us to have clarity about our life. I know Farid Majun is going to get upset with me with the timing.
No.
We have more things to talk about, so we're going to turn off the camera, and if you have any questions, and we're going to talk more. Thank you very much. Have a good night.